This short video shows you how to use the indicator LitterDepth when using Checking for Change, a practical guide to checking whether sites newly managed for conservation are on track to improve. So here I am at the start peg of my survey line. Step 0 is when I put my foot directly in front. So what you can see is I've marked the tip of my boot and I look straight down at that mark and see if there is any litter or not. In this case, there's no litter. So I mark nothing for step 1 on my data sheet, and for step 0 on my data sheet, and then I go on to step 1. Step 1. Now here I find a little bit of litter. To measure its depth, if you use a regular ruler, it can be hard to push it through the litter. So what I've actually done is I've marked off centimeters and half centimeters on a chopstick. So it's a really easy tool to use. I simply go directly in front of my boot, get to the point where the chopstick is clearly hitting the dirt, doesn't want to go any further, and then I look at my little measurements and decide how deep that litter layer is. And that one looks to me like it's 1 centimeter deep. So on my data sheet, for step 1, I simply mark the number 1. I then go on to step 2. At step 2, I find live plant material, no litter, so I don't mark anything on my data sheet. Then I go on to step 3. Here I find litter once again. So I take my little measuring chopstick, put it directly down through the litter till it clearly hits the soil. I look at my measurements and I say that looks to me like it's just about 2 centimeters deep. So on my data sheet for step 3, I put the number 2. I do that for all the steps on my survey line, and then when I get to the end, what I do is I add up all of the numbers I've recorded. It might give me something like 43, and I divide by the number of times I recorded a litter depth, which might be something like 10. I do the maths, and that gives me an average litter depth of 4.3 centimeters.